we can get a connection. We can. Look
I see live.
at us.
Says live.
Who is live? Us! Hey everybody, it's Kate Richburg, and look at my special guest who's sitting right next to me. It's my mom. It's Gwen.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. So we're a little bright behind us. Sorry, we are there. I see people. I'm just going to put us right there. There we go.
Okay.
Can you see us okay? We're all right. We're a little shadowy, but that's okay. I'm going to jump on and get the feed up and running here so we can see everyone. There's everybody. All right. So I hope you guys can see and hear us okay here. Let me see if I can get a little bit brighter on my face. There we go. It is a little dark. Let me turn it. There we go. It's all right.
Okay.
There we are. We're a little sunny, a little bright, a little shiny. There we are. We can always move around to the other side too. Well, hi everybody. I'm so glad you bared with us. Bared with us, I suppose. I don't know either. But you guys look like you're all super excited for the Nomad bracelet. Oh my gosh, the camera is super shaky. I'm sorry about the quality of this video, you guys, and I'm sorry it's on my phone.
We're very remote.
We're so remote. So let me tell you where we are. I've got all the Mevo stuff here, right? You can see I'm going to flip the camera around. Look, I've got it all set up. Everything's ready to go. There's my Kleenex from the tears that I was weeping because I couldn't go live with that. So I'm sorry that the quality might not be fantastic, but it is really a beautiful day here. And since I'm doing this on my phone, we can be a little mobile too. It's not too bad. The quality isn't terrible, but we are going to talk about this Nomad bracelet. I'm here with my mom. There's Gwen right there by my side, right there. And we are broadcasting live from where we have our wonderful bead retreat, right here in San Juan Bautista, California. And let me tell you, it's the big joke when we come to this retreat center. It's the big joke that there's never any reception, right? And so indeed, we learned that today. There's definitely no reception. But look at my look at our cups. How cute are these, right? Aren't they darling? My mom got them our coffee cups for today. And so Dorothy, the screen is small because I'm doing this on my phone. So you're going to have to bear with me. The Mevo just does not work up here in this remote location in the hills of a beautiful San Juan Bautista, California. So I'm sorry about that. You're going to just have to bear with us. But the lucky thing is that this project, I'll tell you a little bit about it. It is a project that Karen created for us, and it's up on the website. So Gita is not here today either, which it's just the Wild West here at on Free Tip Friday. Yeah, I know, we wish all of you guys were there. Emily's on. Emily said she loves our mugs.
Yeah, it's the southern part of Silicon Valley.
It is.
It's too far.
It has nothing to do with Silicon Valley down here, right? No, it's crazy.
From San Jose?
It's crazy.
We're 40 miles from San Jose.
It's true. Well, I was going to try and do some linking, but it looks like it's not even letting me link with these comments here. I'm going to try and do that, but I don't think I can. But anyway, so you are just going to have to bear with us. And let's see, who said that? Oh, here's Sally, Mom. Sally says, say thanks to your mom for the cute quilted tool holder she won during from the retreat last year when we did the
Those little boxes.
And we raffled off the extra.
leftover, yeah.
There was a couple bags left over, so
Yeah.
yes, that was really fun. Let's see. So to help with linking, you guys are great. Thank you so much. And there's the Nomad bracelet. Danielle, you're the best. Thank you so much. Gita is off today. Going to some kind of fancy concert or
that's
something,
right, yeah.
so she is not here. And Janice is super busy, so it's just us. It's an intimate little group today.
Fancy rock concert.
Yes,
she's
somewhere. So I'm sorry again. It'll probably be a lot clearer on replay, and I'm sorry for those of you who've gotten used to the super high def and the super watching it on YouTube. We've taken that all away today, so I'm sorry, but it's really great to have you guys here. So let's, without further ado, take a look at some of the samples. So I'm going to turn this around. I'm going to turn it all around here. Let's see. Oh, and Kim Crawford says she uses her quilted little bag every day. It sits now right next to her couch with her essential tools, and she loves the colors, and she says thank you, Gwen.
well,
So
it was
it's
a
great.
pleasure.
It was really fun. Ellen says it's like camping. We can and will deal. It's really true. We're going retro. It's so true. Old school Facebook Live. Yes. And I'll give you guys a little. It's kind of hard to see outside, but it's a beautiful look at those blue California skies out there. That's what we're looking at. So it's really beautiful. If you guys join us for our bead retreat next year, this is where we'll be. There's going to be more info that's going to be coming out about that. So it'll be soon. So we would love to have all of you guys here with us. So thank you so much, you guys, for putting up with our shenanigans today. So this is the piece, you guys. It's the Nomad bracelet. And Karen, who is our webmaster, and you guys have seen Karen before on, sometimes she peeks in on the lives, and she's the one who really, makes our website look so amazing. A quick little fact, she and Drea are working on some amazing new functionality, so there's some great things coming with the website too. So thanks for staying tuned with all that. So it's great. It's great to have all of you guys here. So Karen came up with this idea, and this is Karen's piece right here. And this one, let me pull it up on our website so I can actually see see what the names of everything are. Oh my goodness. Oh, well, it's so good to have all of you guys here. And Suzanne from Finland. I guess it's evening over there. Good evening, Suzanne.
Kiwa? Somebody, Kiwi?
Oh, I don't know. Do you have different? I don't know. Let me grab my. Oh, pardon me. Along with all of the grasses here is coming my a little bit of allergies this morning, so pardon my sneeze. So let me pull up the Nomad bracelet here. So if you go onto the website, you'll see that Karen's is called
Good Fortune.
Good Fortune. And yes, of course, Deb will put the bracelet on. My mom has been wearing these bracelets like all morning, so there'll be no trouble having her wear it for sure. So this is Karen's. It's called Good Fortune, and this was kind of the impetus for everything. Oh, thank you. I could use all the bless yous I can get. Thank you.
And I love this little hand. Do you sell the
Yeah,
little hand?
of course. We would. Well, what do you think, Ma?
Well, I thought maybe she'd take it out of her stash or something.
No. This
I
is
love that
all
little
of this.
hand.
The little Hamza,
Yeah.
and these are
And
from
the elephant.
the Hamzas are from TierraCast. It's a fairly new one that they've done, and so you can see with Karen's, she started with this Flower of Life button that we just love. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, this is surfer cord that we used, right? And you can see that's the juniper surfer cord right here that Karen used. And we kind of call this the sister to Bollywood because it does have that wonderful macrame knot and everything. And Danielle was asking if you could use regular seal-on. You could, I'm sure you could. It would look kind of more similar to Bollywood,
Maybe
but
CKC,
yeah,
big
as
CKC.
Chinese knotting cord. But Danielle was saying she has regular Ceylon handy, and you know, you, Danielle,
Give it a try.
always make such beautiful things. So I would say yes. Don't even hesitate to give it a try. Then you can see what Karen also has here. Let me see if I can make sure that they're in focus. She's done kind of these open work kind of beaded sections, and you could, we noticed a few things. So here's Kara's is right here with the cute little Kokeshi doll right here, right in the crimson things, little crimson
And
tassels.
it has a Japanese name.
The Kokeshi doll. And that's a piece. Let me show you real quick here. That is a piece that Cynthia from Green Girl, she made. That's a Cynthia piece with the little kitty cat. It's so lovely.
Oh, that's cute.
And then mine, I did mine and I called it Thunderbird, and I used some of the new stuff from Tierra Cast, and that's the new Thunderbird there. And as you can see, we turned it around. That Thunderbird is two-sided. And then I used the squash blossom bead there as well. So it's I think it's a really fun collection. And if you remember from last week, we did the Josephine knot bracelet from last week. And and Emily, bless your heart, Emily is linking as well. We miss you, Em. We wish you were here. We're having a great time, but we'd have a greater time with you.
Definitely.
Yes, definitely greater time. And so these are the Josephine knot bracelets that just, I feel, are really kind of go hand in hand with these. This actually might go better with Karen's.
Yeah, I think I'd
that's
put that
Karen's.
up there.
Yeah. And so
it'll go perfectly with my outfit.
you would. My mom's wearing a lovely. There she is, right there, wearing a lovely.
So consequently,
Yeah.
that has to go on my arm.
Yeah. So why don't you put both of those
My
on?
God, I absolutely
Mom?
love this
I know,
button.
isn't it? That's
That's
such a great
the best button ever.
And those are our, our check glass buttons. We love it. So my mom is putting that guy on, and you can put this one on too, Ma, because someone was asking about how they
probably
look.
should take off my watch.
No, it's all right. We like a
my
stack.
watch. It's
Can you get
my,
it on there?
my Fitbit.
Your Fitbit, that's right. And so you can see it starts, the way we start this, we actually start it here on this end with the loop. And I'm going to get all set up, and I'm going to show you guys actually how these put together. So thanks for bearing with us. And Rosemary, these won't be in kits. If you just if you just jump on over, and I'll show you, I'll go right here to the website, and you can see I am on, there is a recipe that's right there, and you can just click on that recipe. And if you guys haven't clicked on the recipes or used the recipes, you guys, it's a great way to help you kind of choose your own adventure when you make these things. So Drea writes up a nice recipe for them, and you can see they're all linked and ready to go, so you can just choose your colors, and it's really great. Of course, you could choose one of our recipes. There's Good Fortune, there's Kawaii, and there's Totem. There it is right there. And Kim Crawford is saying you're really cute. Oh, look, so see, my mom put both of them on, of course.
I have two arms.
Right, 2 arms, so might as well have 2 stacks. Yeah. But look at how great those look on your wrist. And
That's
here's the red
really
one.
cute.
Yeah, I love
That's
it.
really cute.
Cara really loves red, and she does such a nice job interpreting the red. I really love it. And look at that button. That's the tattoo button in gunmetal that we love. And I just love also how the 2 buttons go together. You know how I like red glass. It's great.
Yes.
And here's the other ones. And you can see there's a lot of, whoops, I was a little close there. There's a lot of kind of stuff going on, but I think they're really fun. They're really fun to stack, so they look amazing. Right, Emily's saying, fill up those wrists, Linda. That's right. Well, let me get started. I'm going to put the phone down here for just a second. There we go. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how these all went together. So, Ma, if you don't mind, I'm going to have you kind of be my second here. So I've got my my dish, and so this is perfect for right now. Would you open that for me?
Yes.
Please, and thank you.
Yes.
And I'm using the deep dish. Oh, and Tammy, if Art is watching, Tammy Drinan Del Nero, please wish him the happiest of birthdays, belated yesterday. I was trying to wish him a happy birthday all day and my phone just wasn't getting reception. So happy birthday to our Art Del Nero.
Happy birthday, Art.
Yes, it's very, very happy birthday. So please wish him a happy belated for me. So I am using, you guys, no, don't move my...
Oh, sorry.
Don't move my tray. Don't move my tray. I'm using the deep dish here. And, you know, with the deep dish tray, we use it for all of our, there we go. I think that's a little bit better of a focus there. Let me get my Zap glue there as well. The deep dish is great for doing all of that macrame. We use it as a loom. We do all kinds of stuff with it, okay? So this is the surfer cord, and this is the olive drab color, and this is the 1mm. When Karen made her, she says, you know what I'm going to do? I am going to that's this one. Yeah. Good Fortune is what it's called. She said, I'm going to use the surfer cord. She just loves the surfer cord, and rightly so. I love it too. But it's really super supple and really great. And if you go to the thing, I'm going to show this right here so you guys can see it in case you're new to watching us. You know, when you go to our project pages on beadshop.com, and it's right there, when you go to our project pages, you can see there's usually additional learning, which is right there, okay? And then a little later, there'll be a video embedded right over here when Karen will link it all. And then down here is the project map, okay? And Karen always lays these out and does such a wonderful job. So you can really see up close and personal all kind of the details of the piece, okay? So the way I start this is we're gonna need, and it just depends on how long you want this to be, but we're gonna work with I'm gonna show you mine here. We're gonna work with 2 long strands of cord. Okay, so Nomad, do you want to? I'm just going to talk you through it. If you want to start making,
sure.
you can. Why not?
Sure.
There she goes. There's my mom's just breaking open that surfer cord. Yes, do it, Ma. Do it.
You know, I've never actually seen surfer cord.
Surfer cord,
before,
right.
And I really like it.
Yeah,
it's
I like it too.
beautiful.
It's really supple. And I
I
brought
love
it
this
in your
color.
signature color. Exactly.
So how much do we need, Kate?
So we're gonna need, so Trish, you can hear, we're sitting in the the dining area of our retreat center, and the ladies are kind of starting to put up luncheon and stuff as well. So they've
and
let
we got
us.
to be out of here by noon.
Yeah, we've got to be out here by noon. So,
Our people are gonna
but you
be
can
sitting
see,
here eating
yes,
and
there's
doing our
there's
breakfast.
lunches at noon. So, but anyway, so it's always a group effort. So I do about maybe
That's
for the
a yard.
first one.
That's 1 yard.
I do about a yard of
Just
the
a
surfer
yard?
cord, maybe just a yard and a smidge, because you don't need much, because see, this yard is the length that we're going to macrame over.
Oh, we're not going to
Okay,
macrame.
we're not going to
this.
macrame
Okay.
with it.
I
So
gotcha.
it's about a yard.
About a yard.
Yeah,
Oh,
trust me,
okay.
I got this.
This isn't your first rodeo?
It's not my first rodeo. It's not. So I've got this 1 yard right here, okay?
Okay.
And I'm going to find the middle.
Okay. Got that.
And I'm going to, you can see you guys, right? Trish says it's like cymbals during the symphony. Well, you know, I'm going to just take this right down on my board, just like this. Emily, I have to check and see what's for lunch. I think it's soup and sandwiches.
It's turkey.
Turkey sandwiches, yeah, and some soup. And then tonight is the famous ling cod dish, which is so delicious.
So yes, and we've got a bunch of kids here. 'Cause
Yeah, kids that are
from
Archbishop Mitty.
Archbishop Mitty. Yep.
So for the portion, now we're going to make just kind of, you guys, like how we start the Odyssey project, right? We're going to do this loop right here. and I'm gonna get about 2 yards and a little,
All right.
maybe like 2 yards plus like 4 inches.
Okay.
Okay, you don't need a lot. I mean, you don't need the whole thing, right?
All right. All right. So that's
Ginger's loving
not
loving
quite-
your sassy.
That's not quite a
Is that
yard.
too-
You know, my
Yeah.
arms.
I know our arms
I'm
are a little short.
Bitty person.
Yes.
Wow.
So
At least I have short arms.
yes. So now what I'm going to do, so you can see this is it's about 2 yards ish.
Okay. Let's get to the macrame.
Yeah, I know.
love
Let's get
macrame.
it. Let's get it. So I'm going to start here in the middle, and I'm going to go kind of quickly because there's a whole lot of skill builders, and you guys have seen me do this before. So with this loop, you need to make the loop fit whatever button works for you, right? And so I'm going to count my stitches here. I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. You need to do about 20 macrame stitches, but it goes pretty quick, 20 individuals, so like 10 sets.
Maybe
And that's going to fit this button, okay?
So do we just tie it on here?
So no, what you do to start, you can
Do we
tie
do
it,
this
but you don't need to.
like this?
No.
No.
All you do to begin,
Oh,
I'm going to
just
put this
start
right here. You just start macrameing, that's all,
All
right?
right.
So here's this, and you guys remember I'm going to start with my Q side. There's my loop. I go over, under the main line, and up through the loop. Just like that. And there's our first stitch. Okay, right there. Ellen is thinking, everybody thinks you're hilarious, Ma. Where do you think I get it? You guys, right?
I don't. Let me.
So just a single strand, not a double.
Oh.
See how I have single right here?
Oh,
Yeah.
you didn't tell me that.
Yeah, well,
Okay. All right.
maybe someone should be paying attention.
All right. So.
Single strand. So
Okay,
now go
single
underneath.
strand. Go underneath. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. I got
And so
that.
now make your P.
All right. No, I'm making my Q. You
Make your
start at
Q. Make your Q.
Okay. So does this one here go over or under?
Over.
Okay, it goes over. Yep. And then
So
back
now,
and
there's
then.
your P right there. So now that's not the one you're tying with. Okay, leave that one alone. Now take the top of the P,
Okay.
go
got
over that one,
Go over that one. When you say go over that one, or
go over this one,
go over this one here in this area.
under this one,
Oh, I got it. I got it.
and
I got
up
it.
through the loop.
Yeah.
Right, you got it. Great.
Yeah.
Okay, and tighten.
Yeah.
There you go.
There we go.
So now you're going to do it in the opposite direction. So
Okay,
you make
so
the,
I'm going
the,
that
the
way,
P side
and
over,
then I go
over,
over
right,
and through.
under and up through the loop.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
Okay. And so the thing about this surfer cord is it's buoyant, okay? And it likes to not tie a tight knot. So you either have to do this kind of fast and just be firm, all right? With you're in charge, right? of these knots. All right, back and forth and back and forth. I'm going to do this kind of quick because you guys have seen me do this. Everybody's in love with you, Gwenda.
Oh, that's nice.
This isn't that nice. Oh, honey. You know, when I was a little girl, I'll tell you a little girl story while I'm here doing this. So my mom has always been very crafty, right? And we're here at the quilt retreat. Neither of us are quilting. We're actually both making dolls and doll clothes. But my mom would always make us do, because you know it's here in the U.S. It's going to be our U.S. Thanksgiving a little bit later this month. And so, you know, all of us would always be together at Thanksgiving, and we were never really a family that fought or anything, so we always had, a lot of fun together. But we always needed, kind of busy work, because, my sister and brother
It's a long
and I...
afternoon.
It is. Thanksgiving's a long day, right? And so my mom would always get us some kind of craft to do during that afternoon. So we would make, holiday decorations. One year, Gwenda, you had us make, remember those pin cushions?
Out of the flower pot.
Out of the flower pots.
That was hilarious.
It was hilarious. And I loved it so much. and my sister and brother hated it.
Not so much.
They didn't love it so much, but we always had so much fun. So when we trim the tree every year, you know, even now I still look at, the Donald Duck that my dad painted, the Donald Duck Shrinky Dink from my dad, and, all this stuff. So we have crafty roots in our genes for sure. So there you can see I've made some of my my knotted length. I'm going to add just a couple more, and then I'm going to show you guys how I measure it. And Ma, you're getting there. Look at that.
Yeah, but I keep losing focus.
Okay, so you remember
when I have that hump
Yeah,
there,
so it's a really good question.
so is it the one across from it?
So, and it's a great question. So my mom's like, well, where am I? What day is this?
I'm old.
Who are you? If you had to go away and answer the phone or get yourself a drink, whether it's coffee or afternoon gin, either one, you're going to start on the side that has this scallop or this lump. Okay. If you kept it going all in one direction, you'd have a spiral.
Oh, I didn't.
You'd have a
that.
twist.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So I
I'm
know that
making
if
my
I put these
cue,
down.
and then I'm going
Yes,
here,
Patience,
and
this
this way.
is actually live. Welcome, Patience. It's great to have you for your first Free Tip Friday. It's
Okay,
we're usually not this crazy. I'm not usually doing this broadcast with my mom. So so bless you.
I beg your pardon.
Bless you, bless you. Okay, so here's this and this. So let's double check and see if this fits. It is fun doing this on the road. We should just take Facebook live on the road, and we should just go see some of our customers, and you guys can just do Facebook Live with me. How does that sound? I'm going to take a month and go on Facebook Live.
This is much
vacation.
easier now that I know which
You
side.
know what you're doing, right?
I don't have to
Which
remember.
side you're on.
When you have two strings and they look the
I
same,
know, it can get confusing. I agree.
but now I don't have to worry about that. I
No.
just, yeah.
So, of course, I'm picking all of my things for the road, right?
I bet there's a lot of shadows in this sucker.
No, there are no shadows, but
okay.
I didn't bring
What do you need?
I didn't bring the right button or any button, but I have one here, right?
I've got a button.
Well, I've got one here. So this
okay.
has nothing to do with the project that I'm doing, but I do have a button here. So let's just pretend I'm going to use this one. The one that's the hazards of packing up or going on the road. I use this wonderful concho button that are fairly new from TerraCast, and I just adore them. But I had some of these little check glass buttons in my stash, so I'll just grab one of those. So the way that you want to just make sure you take it off the thing and you just slide the button really in there to make sure that it fits. So it does. So good job. So that's what we're gonna go with. So now we kind of have to reconfigure our piece here. And pardon my reach here, Ma. I'm going to get another little piece of thread. Okay. I'm going to clip that off. And now I'm going to make a loop. Okay, because we're going to secure this to the board a little bit differently. So I'm going to tie this loop to make a little, just to make a little lasso right there. And then I'm going to kind of bring this around, tighten it up, and I bring my loop together. Okay, see what I mean about how the surfer cord likes to not be tight. So I'm going to tighten that down.
So what I found is that
Let me show you.
that my macrame gets a little loosey goosey, and so before I tighten this one, I tighten
You really
that
tighten
one.
that. Yeah, nice one.
And that helps.
Yeah, no, I like it.
Because over here you can see I didn't do that.
Yeah, you're
and
a
it's
little loose there.
It's a little
Yeah,
loose.
no one's
But
going to be
anyway,
that close to your wrist, right?
Yeah.
And if they are, they better not insult your macrame, right? So see how I've created this loop like this, and I'm going to clip it to my board right here. Okay, this is actually a pretty good view. I think you guys can see actually pretty well. Now I'm going to come down here and see how now this is magically turned into 2 strands, okay? So I pull it tight and I use my clamp.
I gotcha.
You with me picking up what I'm putting down?
Yeah, I gotcha.
And I clip it there, okay? So now all I need to do right up here, let me get this into position, is see how I'm just going to come in and
This is enough.
yeah, that should be enough. I'm going to come around and just, whoops, macrame around the 2 now, catching 2.
I got it.
So I just go from that one, now I'm catching these 2, and I tighten them up. Okay, so that's what makes the piece. I hope you guys are having fun. We're having fun.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Wait a minute.
Okay.
What, you'd rather be making those doll clothes?
No.
Come
Okay,
on.
So where did you
Remember,
get
you're
this?
live.
Where did you get this?
I made it. Weren't you looking at me?
No, where did you get that little piece of string?
From my.
You cut another
I
piece
cut
of
another
string?
piece. Yeah.
That's what I was.
Yeah.
How much
that's what I
did
was
you
doing.
cut?
I don't know.
About 6 inches.
Yeah, enough to make a loop.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, and you just tied it around there?
So no, what I did was I
Did you do
made.
this
I'll show
thing?
you. I made. So here's
like the
this.
price tag?
Yeah. Well, I kind of did this. I made that knot first, like this. And then I did the price tag thing, right?
Okay, got it.
So now at this portion, you guys, this is where you need to make some decisions. And you can decide if you need to add length to the piece. Both Cara and I and Karen both remade these twice, okay? Because the first one we made was too long. What I did was, you can see I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 knots in between mine. I was making them like way too long. I think I did, like this has 6 little bumps, 3 on each side. I think maybe I did 8 in between, or it was way too long. So so we went back and see, I didn't do that much. This is almost getting to be too long here. So you don't want to macrame a whole bunch before you start on your first little loop, or else the whole thing is going to be too long. You could just have 4 instead of 5 and not have something hanging in the middle, and adjust the length that way. And you can also adjust the length at this end if when you get to this point you're all, oh, it's a little too short, or oh gosh, it's going to be too big if I don't stop it soon. So these ends are also where you can adjust the length.
Okay, so stop for a minute.
Okay.
Okay, so the strings that I was macrameing with are right.
No, that's not it.
Okay, so these are the 2 that ran through the piece.
Yeah, that is.
So what do I? So am I clipping these back?
And you want to clip it so it's nice and tight.
Okay.
Okay. You feel me?
Yeah, I do.
You've got a clip over there.
Yeah, I got all kinds of clips here somewhere. Oh, here's a clip. Here's a clip.
Great.
Yeah, the small ones work better. You might
my mom's
tell
using
people
her quilt clips.
because you didn't pack enough little
I didn't
thingies.
pack enough clips. What am I gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
Right.
Okay.
And so
then
now
you just
see how
macrame
she's just
here.
she's just bringing it together and macrameing it around.
All right. Let me just do that.
So now we need to start thinking about what we're going to put in the center and how we're going to string beads on the ends. And I'm going to make some self needles, okay? And how am I doing on time? I can't even see the clock. I want to make sure that we're not going to go over too crazy. Oh, 11:15. We're doing all right.
All right. So, okay. So you said not to macrame too much.
So, yeah, I do like 3 maybe.
Okay. I got it.
So you guys, I've got some Zap glue, and you know how I like to make needles, right? So with the glue. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do my ends. So I put my little bit of Zap on this baggie. I'm going to get the ends of my surfer cord, really get the Zap in there. Use the bag like a little squeegee. Set that aside and do all 4 ends.
What 4 ends?
What, you've got 2 more ends down there, right?
Oh, okay.
There's 2 I'm going to unclip. I got to unclip.
All right.
I've still got enough on here, I think. Make these little, I mean, you could use regular needles, but the thing is this surfer cord is so thick that it doesn't want to double up when it goes through your beads, right?
Okay.
You're doing fine, Ma. You're doing
All right.
fine.
I'm there.
Yeah, you got this.
I'm there. I'm to the needle thing.
Okay, I'm gonna needle yours real quick.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you
And I'm gonna
flip it
get a
before
little
you
more.
make
No,
needles?
no, because we're gonna clip it after their needles.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So here's this, and I just put this in the bag, and I do this, you guys, with like Chinese knotting cord or Ceylon when I'm stringing things as well. And they're not touching, I don't think, Ellen. I think they're all, hopefully I haven't glued them together, but we'll see. It could all end in tears. You never know. No crying in beads.
Yeah, we just go to Daisy's.
Right. It's, I can't tell the Daisy story.
Okay.
I just can't. I mean, I could,
Okay.
but
Daisy's is a local watering hole.
it
That's
is. It is. Here
Enough
it's
said.
San Juan Batista. There we go. And unclip your other ones for me, Gwynnie. And let's see. Try not to glue the bag to your hands. I'm doing this for you so you don't get glue on your hands and
Thank
glue
you.
your hands too.
Thank you. I have a napkin over here.
Yeah, I'm just going to get napkin though glued to my hand,
I know.
so it'll be a beautiful thing.
Well, then,
There we
and
go.
whenever you needed to blow your nose, you'd have
I'd always have a napkin.
attached to your hand.
It's really true.
You know, there's lots of
There we
wild
go.
turkeys here, so I looked up.
There we go.
There's a thing. It was like interesting facts about wild turkeys,
Uh-huh.
and it kind of reminded me of when on The Big Bang Theory, Sheldon does a thing like interesting things about flags.
Oh,
And so, anyway, wild turkeys can fly at 55 miles an hour.
Huh,
Can you
I had-
believe that?
no, how terribly fascinating.
How could you go through life not knowing that?
Indeed, but there's a lot of wildlife out here, including the turkeys.
And turkeys run fast, too.
So let me show you guys this. So see how nice and stiff those are now. Okay, the zap glue dries so quickly. Now I'm just going to come in and I'm going to angle cut this sucker. Okay, like that. And the angle cut is great, and you're going to see why it's so great in just a second. Let me clip all of this and clip all of this. Okay, so now my interior strands, okay, like this. Let's look at the interior, what I put on the inside. I put on a shadow, a squash blossom, and another large shadow. What Karen did here is she used the Sahara Sands and 2 of the size 6 beads. And what Cara did, Cara's is on your wrist. I'll show you guys. She did the
She's a
coiled
daisy.
spacer and the size 6s, the red Picasso and I think the zinc matte, that is. So you can put anything in the center. You know, I was thinking it would look kind of cool to also use these buttons, the concho buttons, and put the concho buttons in the center. That would be pretty cool, right?
Oh, yes.
So the great thing is now that I've got these needles, it may not look, and I actually grabbed some copper shadows rather than silver ones just for fun. It may feel like, oh my gosh, I'll never be able to get these through, but since they're so nice and stiff, look at how those fly right on. And with this one, I'll just go one and then the other. And Dale, we will have more surfer cord in. You know, surfer cord is so popular, and we get it from such a small little business that she works so hard to get our orders out. So we will have it back in soon. I'm so sorry, and thank you for being patient with us. And so look at how great those look. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and clamp my cord back on my board here. And Gwynnie, you can use anything you want. I don't know.
What are these little speckledy like seed
Aren't those
beads?
nice?
Because
Yeah.
Kara used them here in the red and
No,
gray.
I use them in mine, actually. But you can use those in yours.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Carrie used those kind of like
Yeah,
that,
in the
red and gray.
Yeah,
or
in the
so,
Picasso,
whatever.
the Picasso bead.
Yeah.
And
I
then
like those. They're good.
Karen used the gilding matte.
Oh, I had some of those
Yeah,
too, right here.
yeah. So you can do whatever you do. You. So now let me show you guys what happens. You just need to decide how many beads you need to create this loop around the side here. I'm going to count. I did 2, 4, 6. So I kind of had small loops.
Oh, okay, so what
What
you're saying
Karen
is
used,
we
see how
spread
her
them
loops are a little bit bigger?
here.
She used 2, 4, 6. She used 8. And Cara, I'm going to steal this from you, Glennie, off your wrist. I'm sorry.
Oh, sure.
I'm going to take it so we can see it. What Cara did, she made her loops actually a little bit bigger. See that there? 2, 4, 6, 8. Also big. Okay? So you decide what works for you. I'm going to dump out some of these guys.
Okay, so you just do that.
So on each side,
Because I seem to have the shell thing here.
you know, the
Or
shell,
these,
I thought...
where do these go?
I don't know. I also gave you those because I thought you might like those.
Those are beautiful.
The shells we would have to make into dangles because I think the hole's too small. It
Yeah.
won't work.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. That's
So
good. So I'll
1,
use these.
2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 on this side. Ooh, lunch is getting set up. But it's okay. We're at our quilter's table. We'll just kind of do this. We'll wrap it up soon. And 1, 2, 3.
Okay, so are these for me to use in the bracelet?
They are whatever you want.
Okay, got it. Okay.
4, 5, and 6. And see how fast that was, right? They just slide right on. Now, all you do, you guys, is you just keep macrameing. You bring it around, make your loop, your P, under, over, and it gets a little fiddly, so you just have to have the courage of your convictions and say, there it is, and you kind of have to hold it kind of tight and do the second one, or do that little trick like my mom said, kind of give it a little tug and then tug the other knot right up to it. There we go. And can you see how I've made my first little round? Now I'm just going to keep going. Now I did in between, I did a set of 3 little scallops per side. So that's 1, 2, here's the second one on that side, and then I'll do the second one, or the third one on this side, and the third one on this side. And that's about all I did, right? And then I just started my next section. So what I do is I undo it here. I get it here. I put my shadow, my squash blossom, pardon my reach, and my other squash blossom, or my other strand going through. Okay, slide them up. I'll do one more section and then I'm going to show you guys how to make the loop because it's going to be lunch here pretty soon. One more of these guys. Okay. And again, you guys, thanks so much for hanging in with us during this kind of Wild West broadcast. It's so fun to be with you here on Fridays, and even more fun to have my mom here.
It is, actually.
Thanks, Peanut Gallery.
Actually, it is a lot of fun.
It is
I really
fun.
look forward to spending this time with Kate.
Yeah, it's good times. We have a lot of fun.
We do have a lot of fun.
Yeah. If you want to see, I don't know, it's back. We did a Free Tip Friday on vacation from Yosemite. I think that was 2 years ago. You remember that one? That was a hilarious one. Or if you watch our Free Tip Friday from last year when we were at the retreat, I think I taught tassels
taught
that
tassels,
time. Yeah.
Okay, so what do we do to make the loop?
So you just have it there. So you put your beads on.
Okay, I put my beads on. I did that.
No, and put your beads on the
put
outside.
my beads on here. And just
And so can you see what my mom is doing over here? I grabbed some of the big roller beads because I know my mom loves that color, and that's the Capri Gold.
but it looks like I only have 3, so I'm not.
Well,
Have
there's
to steal
more.
one of yours.
Yeah,
or-
those are green, but I've got more in this bag. I've got
Okay.
more.
Okay. Great.
Don't you worry. And so see what a great piece that makes. I think I love those too. So roller beads would look great.
So about how many beads do we string on
Well,
for that?
try on 6 and see how it works. You might want,
Mine's kind of small.
yeah, see what if you like the look of 6. I'm going to do 6 more
And
on this
do I
other
put
side.
the tassel on?
You know, you could. I was thinking you could put the tassel on in between the 3 and 3 without the jump ring. I was going to see how that worked. Mine are connected with jump rings.
Oh, the tassel hold. No, it works.
Yeah, it should work. And so see how that is, you guys? I actually added these little tassels after I strung. Okay?
But I got one.
But you can see what my mom did here, and I just brought them along. On the bottom, you could just have them string right on, and I think the movement's okay, don't you think?
I think so.
Yeah, we'll see how it looks.
Yeah.
So again, this
so we
is
go here and we look and see if that's enough room.
if that's enough room, right?
I think that's fine.
Yeah. I liked the loops a little bit smaller for me. I didn't want giant loops,
Okay.
but you know, you
You do
you do
you.
you. You do you. Mm-hmm. The old adage.
I don't know. Did I used to tell you that a lot when you were a kid? Probably.
No, you used
'Cause
to
I
tell
didn't-
me.
Oh, I used to. Yeah, that's right. I was really hyper when you were young.
Well, no, you used to just say, "Go make breakfast." The one year I learned how to. My poor mom was sick in bed, and we had Thanksgiving, and she. Oh, it looks like a bead is missing on the left. Good eye. Thank you, Ellen.
Yes, an 8-year-old can cook a turkey.
Yes, it's true. And so she was sick, and from the bedroom, she taught me to make gravy.
Yeah.
Remember, you were dictating the gravy. It's a good question. Patience says, do you have to change the number of beads on one side with the tassel strung on?
Well, that's what I was checking.
She is maybe. I don't know.
I don't.
Does it
think
make that much of a
so.
difference?
I tried to find. I don't know. Okay. I think I'm going to stick an extra bead on each side.
On each side, yeah.
So my tassel's going to be a little off center, but
That's okay.
it's okay.
I think Karen did hers actually hanging off center next to the Hamza. Look at how cute that is.
That's what that
Yeah.
hand thing's called?
Yeah, it's called the Hamza.
A Hamza. What is that? Is that like Sanskrit or something?
No, I'm going to have to look it up. I'm sure it's in the description that Janice wrote.
Okay, so now then I'm ready to macrame, right? And
So bring that
what
sucker
do I
around,
do?
and I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you how my mom's is looking over there. Let me
Okay,
just
so I
finish
got
doing
my
this.
first loop done here.
And one more here.
And then I'm gonna, that may be, I don't
Let's
know.
take a look. Let's take a look at how the tassel is looking, shall we?
Yeah,
let's
and
move
the-
over there.
And the bead, I can't,
You know what you have to do is you really just have to tie the first knot.
and then
And
it
then you
makes
can always take it
and
out.
then it makes it push up, right? Okay, so
So come
what
in.
do I do?
So cross, do a P or a Q, doesn't matter.
Okay, I'm gonna do it, yeah,
A P.
okay.
Right? Then the Q thread just goes under and up, yep. And then you just kind of have to wrestle it all in place.
I don't know if that was a good, yeah, I guess so. I guess that was a macrame. I'm
Yeah.
not sure.
And you kind of have to, there you go.
I don't know if that's a macrame knot. It doesn't look like it.
But you can see, that looks good.
Yeah, good. Yeah, I think so.
So the first one, you might want to undo it and
Yeah, let
redo
me
it.
redo it.
Yeah. So I'm going to show you guys actually how this closes off, okay? Because we do have to wrap this up eventually. Now you could, what we could do, like I did with the Josephine knot bracelet last week, is I could do some transitions. I could do a loop, put the transition bead on, do a loop, go through the button, and then crimp that loop closed. That would be a good way to do it. Okay? But what we did with this one, everyone's loving you, Gwenda. I love her too, Mary. She's good times. It is true. And Emily is saying, Gwenda, the Hamza is a protective charm. So see how we've come up and we've gone back through, and I'm going to show you this little trick. It's a really great, a great way to close it. So before you get about halfway, whoops, and I did this knot. It's a little wrong. There we go. It needs to be
so
this way.
just show me how to
Sure.
do that. I can't seem to get that started.
That started? Okay, hang
off
on.
of these two threads that are
Okay.
hanging there.
So before I get to the button, so
Okay.
here's this. So now, slide the beads up,
Yeah.
and I'm going to do a Q side. So I'm just going to make my loop.
You're
I'm going to
going that
pretend
way.
I'm just
All
going to
right.
ignore these.
Okay.
I'm going to come in
Okay, so
over,
you're over the top.
under,
The cute went over the top, then you went under and through.
and through.
Okay.
Just like it's a macrame knot, but there's stuff in it.
Yeah.
There you go.
What?
So now it's hard, right? So you kind of have to keep the tension and do the other side. This is the part that makes it a little fiddly, but once you get that through,
Okay.
you can get that knot
All
up
right.
there.
All right.
Okay, does that make sense?
Yeah.
And then you just kind of flatten it and you're good to
Yeah.
go. Okay?
Yeah.
So,
One more interruption. How
Yeah,
many macrames do you do?
I
there?
did about 3. Like, you know, so I had 3 bumps on each side.
Okay. Gotcha.
About. But if you wanted it shorter, you could do 2. If you wanted it longer, you could do more.
Okay.
Right?
Gotcha.
So now what I'm going to do, you guys, is I'm going to come up through the shank of my button. And let's pretend this is a whole bracelet. Okay? You're with me.
Am I supposed to be watching you?
No, because
mean, I
you're not
can-
going
you
to get that. I'll show you later.
And yeah, that's.
While you're
we have
not
all-
making,
we
while you're
have
not
all
making doll
weekend.
clothes. That's
we
right.
have all weekend to do that.
So I come through, you guys, and I know that for my loop, I'm going to come around, and I have a little bit of space there. Okay, just stay with me. Stay with me.
Ooh, I'm liking this now.
Right?
Yeah.
I'll show everybody at the end when I'm done with this. So now I want to make sure that's nice and tight. Now what I'm going to do is, you guys, I'm going to loop this back over, and it's going to be kind of loose, but that's okay. I'm going to loop it, then I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to tie that macrame, whoops, I think that's the wrong side. I'm going to tie that macrame knot kind of like I caught the loop on the other one. There we go. So see how it catches it? Now I'm going to kind of pull this down a little bit, tighten this, and I still need a little bit of slack here, but I want to make sure everything is nice and even. Now, you guys, I'm going to just macrame up the neck. So I've caught this thread. Now, before I do anything else, look what I do. I add just a soupçon of glue there, a little bit of zap, so I can macrame over that zap glue, and everything is going to stay, or at least that's the idea, is going to stay where I put it. Okay? Obviously, crimping with the transition might be a little bit easier, but I really like the way that this all looks. Okay, look at that. And then you can leave a little bit of loop space if you want to for movement. I'm going to do one more. I'm actually going to put one more little dot of zap right there. I'm going to macrame over the top of that. And whoops. I said, what did I say? I'm gonna macrame over the top of that one.
You tell that bee.
I know, I'm this
You're the
cord.
boss here.
I am wrestle that. There we go. There we go. Now, to finish, I'm going to add a little bit of glue here and here. I'm going to wait 24 hours. I'm going to really let this glue settle and cure. Then I'm going to cut those edges away. Okay, those ends. This I can cut away now. May I have the your little sewing shears that we stole from your sewing table? Because guess who forgot shears as well? Me. I come in and I clip. Okay? So now what I've got, if I take this apart, let's pretend it's a nice long piece, and look at how nicely that loop sits in there. You know, Hypo Ellen would work, but I like the Zap because it's instant and fast. I could close this up with Hypo, but the Zap I think really works well. But you could use the Hypo cement. Okay. So yeah, it's a nice way to start from the loop and ending with the button. You know, it's a nice way to close it off. I think it's great. Patience is asking, do I have a minimum size button for bracelets? You know, I brought this one from my mom.
It's right here.
To over here. This is the other check glass button. I also brought, didn't I bring that? Here it is. I have it right here. I brought this
Charm.
no, it's not a charm. It's
This is
sand dollar button.
About the lotus.
You know, and these are all kind of about the same size. We have a few buttons that are smaller. As long as the loop and the button fit nicely together, I don't think there's a minimum, you know, as long as it's not too teeny. Okay, does that make sense? So, kids, I hate to bring this fun to a close, but we've got to get this table set for our nice ladies here because we've taken up their table. But let me show you real quick what my mom's got going on here. See how nice that tassel looks right there? And look at how nice that looks with the roller bead. And my mom swiped the beads that I was also using in my mine right there. Well, you just need a little practice.
Okay, so, all right, so I've got this and this. Now, what do I do with this?
So make a loop. There you go. There's your P.
There's my P. Okay,
Go
so that,
over,
and
under,
and
and
through.
up through.
All right,
That's it. Just pretend those beads aren't there.
all right,
And then slide the beads
right.
up.
I got that.
Yeah. There you go.
But see, I don't have a.
Yeah, you do. Tighten it up. So now this is where the second one is tricky. So you've got to go
okay.
the other side,
Oh,
and you
all
kind of
right.
have to hold the tension in
Okay.
it.
All right.
Okay.
All right. That's what. Yeah. Okay. All right.
That's what makes it a
That's-
little fiddly.
Okay.
Okay.
That
So let me give you some real last looks
step for me.
on these. These would make really,
Oh yeah. Now.
Tea
look at how nice
terrific.
that looks.
yeah, right? Look at
Yeah. Yeah. That
They'd
looks
make
good.
great, and I'm sure that you could somehow work this into an earring design as well. I just haven't kind of played around with it too much. But look at how great that looks. You could do little charms. I brought you that lotus one. You could do those little shells and make them into
And I kind of I like
dangles.
these too.
Yeah, that Sahara Sands.
Yeah.
Those look great. But the roller beads, I had a feeling that they would just look delicious.
You know, the thing I love about these are the facets.
Yeah, they're so
I
old
just
school.
I just love that. It's got copper on the
Yeah.
inside. It's blue.
Yeah.
It's teal kind of
Yeah, glass.
kind of I don't know, ocean blue or whatever it is, and it has copper on the inside. It's really pretty.
You could also
and then
put
they're
this
faceted. Oh,
in between. You could macrame
could be like two.
slide that on, and then macrame again.
Yes.
So you could put some beaded stuff here as well. So this is a great jumping off. I mean, you could do that if you wanted to incorporate these in
Ooh,
there,
that would be
right?
nice, yeah.
So you could. I mean, this is, I think, a really, really great jumping off point. Well, I'm going to turn the camera around. All right, Mama. There you are. There we are. We're exhausted. No, we
it's
did a
been
great
fun.
we did a great
It's been
job.
fun. Yes.
We really, really did. I think great. We're gonna we'll finish these up, especially with this one that my mom did. And we're all away from the office, but I'll have Karen photograph this and she can put it up. And I bet Drea is going to want to list the ingredients for it too. Bring my mom back soon. I will. You know, hopefully my mom will come maybe around Thanksgiving. You never know. She lives about 3 hours away, so, you know, making the trek up. But you never know what's going to happen.
So
here we
have
are.
to toast with our
We do with our